This isn't a good time. I've already taken 6 times the casualties Wazzul has.
If only you had your tanks there instead of in Africa.
Well, they only have like a handful there in Egypt. Probably more than the Fuhrer gave Rommel, but not that much. I was willing to dedicate like half the Panzer Army to that cause. For the cause of not losing all of Africa.
You're still gonna lose it.
You're confident.
I am confident. Just me, or is that front going in the wrong direction? I guess it's just me.
Ah, shit. Alright, fuck it. I need those elsewhere then. Africa's gone.
I told you you weren't gonna keep it. Slowly driving the Japanese out.
This is not a good time.
Like, you're not having fun, or it's difficult?
This is not. Well, I'm being funny, but just invading Russia is just such a fucking not a fun time.
I spent hours retreating from battles, so my guys weren't getting circled. Wait, one or two provinces every minute.
I really need like with Spain, probably could have held, but I should probably have done the improved relations earlier. Holy shit, this is not a good time. I've had 4 times the casualties Wazzul has.
Oh, what units does he have?
He's just got like beefed up infantry. Is that about right, Wazzul, or what?
Yeah. Italy didn't even make oil and rubber for me.
Jesus, if Australia fucking makes a landing in Normandy while I'm doing that, I'm gonna be so mad. I've left units I would prefer to have in Russia in the west, but just not a fun time. As I may have said, may have mentioned that a couple of times.
I think my fleet is smaller now than it was at the start of the game.
cannot even remotely supply the material needs of this army right now. Gee, oh my, Stalingrad is way the fuck back there? Oh my god. That is so far away.
Yep. So you want to know something amazing? Look at Italy's African troops. They're garrisoning the front line.
They'll do that. They'll just let themselves be encircled in the Sahara deserts with the AI. It's what I exploited last time.
The war in China rages on.
Yeah, it's so bad about getting encircled.
Yeah, well, that's me doing that for the most part.
Yeah,
This is,
I've been trying to manually control, but they keep overriding me.
It's too much for a human to micromanage.
I can't I can't delete the old orders either without clicking on them separately.
Yeah, and the AI just straight up moves everything. Well, up till this point, I've manually done everything, but there's no way I can do this manually. It's crazy. I have to put it under AI control. And then try to just, when there's an opening, just walk into those manually. Otherwise, it's just too crazy. As long as my units can, sorta, kinda cause some damage to you and push up a little bit, I'm content with that.
That's over. The AI just walks straight into encirclements. It doesn't make any sense.
Why'd you bring Finland?
Even now, it's walking into that encircled thing in the center. It just keeps pushing units there. And I can't delete the orders.
Having all these little AI allies is so critical to this being successful. Italy's just roaming around Europe with a bunch of... with 40 units. I really need them in Russia, though. You've got no units guarding Minsk right now.
I've got no units at all. They're all dead.
For the record, this cost me how many million lives?
Yeah, the AI just let Ukraine wide open again.
This 1.7 million German lives. Little AI allies didn't lose too many. God, I only lost a quarter mil against the allies so far.
Yeah, I wouldn't keep the units on the border anymore.
That's one of the things I was thinking about when I was playing Russia is if the Axis does manage, that initial fight, if it does manage to beat you, and it's going to take 1 billion casualties for it to do that. I don't know if the game has a system of just being able to regenerate armies ad infinitum, like in the real Soviet war that the Russians were able to do. Alright, so Minsk is encircled now. Good game.
It doesn't matter, everything's encircled.
Nah, but that was your last hope there.
No, there was no hope. Seriously, I only have 25% of my army left. Minsk doesn't even matter. I thought giving the AI smaller areas would work this time, but then it still left wide open areas.
I'll tell you what I did. I began this. I had actually Romania. I had to add that right before I began because that wasn't considered part of the front. But I have one large front under a field marshal, which is basically all the infantry and artillery divisions. And then I began with 4 manual Panzer armies, but I was trying to do them manually, like I do in Greece and all the other stuff. I control those usually by hand, and they were just not doing it, and the front's too fucking big anyway to try to be effectual with 4 of them. So So I just gave them to the field marshal. It's just all one field marshal.
My army up here never attacked Finland either, which is kind of annoying.
Just do it manually, because the AI, like, sometimes they're just so
I'm trying
timid, they don't
to figure out how to get the AI to do it. Because I'd really like to, but it just doesn't work. I just like manage stuff here and there, but I was able to retreat initially, but then the AI just kept pushing units into like pincer encirclements. It's just like overriding my moves.
I don't know, it's... Because there's no, like, way you can tell the AI just to back out if it's at risk of being encircled. And then some of these armies, they're just too big to pull out manually. I don't know, maybe it's better to, like, not be at the border as Russia? I have no idea.
Well, yeah,
or
definitely.
Maybe do, like, a staggered, like, put a little bit at the border, and then have another one.
No, you can't leave the AI on the borders. I left an AI on the border of Romania, and he left like a 2-province gap, which is what you poured through again. So maybe in the middle, but then they'll just get encircled. So just don't AI. Period.
No, there's no way you can handle all that manually, though. It's crazy.
He had to in the Hearts of Iron 3, so I'm just trying to be lazy and have fun, but it can't really. The AI is just bad.
Well, this is all me letting it be on him. This is impossible for me to manage by hand.
Well, you did it, so.
Except for the like when there's an opening. That's all I did here.
That whole, it just 2 provinces in Romania, the AI let it through, and then the whole thing was done right at that point.
Yeah.
I was able to manually control defending across the river when I had some border, like I did the first time. But this time it doesn't work.
You were winning hands down in Carpathia and across those rivers. Like I looked at the map, it's just all red, just across the board.
I actually tried to encircle you in Prussia, and it kind of was working, but then they left Romania wide open. That's why I had it on AI control down there, but it just let you walk like units through, so I'll just have to manually control the whole border. It was also walking units straight into encirclements, and I kept trying to retreat them, but like I couldn't because they started attacking, and then I have to click on the province they're attacking from, and then click back, and just a mess. And usually I could pull out, but when the AI is on the border, you can't retreat because they're always like just constantly attacking for no reason. So you have to retreat them out manually of the battles.
So let me. I think the AI is going to put demands against you, unfortunately, like Italy and stuff. I can't control that.
The game's over. I mean,
I would be down. Let me see.
we're not. You can continue this with Auqia, but there's no reason to play. Like my whole army's gone.
Let me beat you then, and then we'll end it.
You could always like switch over to the U.S. or something.
Yeah, do you want? Yeah, that would work. Do you want to be the U.S.?
With Russia gone, that's kind of pointless. How many factories does the U.S. even have under AI?
No idea.
I'll look at the score screen when we're done.
It's got, it says it has the same number of civ factories as me,
Yeah.
half the number of mill. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
there's 7 years left in the game. I mean, it's like half the time.
I should have made just a border like I did before when I wanted to test this out. No, I mean, it's over, really. There's nothing that can stop you at this point. If you want to continue annoying him, you can. Auqia, but
Like, I won't be able to match him on the ground. Like even if I could hold several small fronts, like he'll just be able to outproduce me, like 2 or 3 to 1.
I actually had 20 Marines invading Königsberg and Danzig, but they just like wouldn't refuse to do it, even though I like tried to make sure everything was set up before the war. And then by that time, I had to like focus on something else, and I just gave up.
It takes fucking
No,
forever.
no, it wasn't even ticking down days. It was saying like it was glitching out or whatever.
Well, you have
And
to
like
have,
I can't just sit there and stare at it and try to figure it out for 20 minutes.
But you need air dom in the Baltic and West
I had
whatever
it.
it is. Poland.
I had everything. I made sure I had everything. I even had battleships outside the ports.
And then if you did even like 2 units, you'd probably grab it for me, to be honest, and just
Well, I had
manually.
10 Marines going to Danzig, 10 Marines going to Königsberg. But like they would not do it, and I wasted like 2 minutes on trying to get that to work. I just gave up.
Is this leg? Okay, that's what I thought.
If it lets me treaty you, which I think it does, it has to come up though. I can turn you Axis or something. Let me see.
I still have Marines attacking Helsinki.
Like, what am I doing in this peace conference?
I don't know.
Like why am I here?
Are you in it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really weird. Alright, well, I'm gonna take a bit of Lebensraum off you, Wazzul. You won't be needing it. That's no promises.
I guess I'm here as an observer.
Can you just do it? Because we're leaving after this anyway, so I want to see what it does. It's gonna take you like 5 more minutes to click all the provinces.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it as fast as I can. And then I don't know if I can satellite you. It lets me. Doesn't appear to be an
It's
option.
not gonna let you.
Doesn't let me change your government either. That's annoying.
When does Japan get stuff? It didn't even do anything.
No, I called before I declared war on you.
Yeah, but they actually, my AI should have invaded them, but it didn't. Because I had like 3 times the troops they did.
Alright, the AI, I mean, it always wants me to annex all this shit. I don't really want beyond the Urals. That the Urals, I can't even see on the map. Perm. Oh, you left the game already? Alright.
Hello, Russian Empire. I guess that's it then.
You want to play the US WAS or no?
No.
How many factories do they have?
Who, the US?
Yeah.
Well, he was equal with me on Civ. I don't know if he is now. Probably not. Yeah, he's still equal on Civ, and then he's got a third of my military. You sure, Waz? You want to give it a go?
I'm sure.
I'll be honest. I'm just gonna sit here and chill out for a while. Sphere stuff.
It's like I can't win now. I've been abandoned.
What did Waz say? Did he say no?
He said that he was sure that he does not want to play the US.